Hey guys, welcome back to another TA video. I'll be going over some names I'm currently looking at for this upcoming week. Let's get right into it. So first off, it's going to be Qs. Nothing has changed. Price is still kind of consolidating within this massive range. We've been here for over, let's say, 91 days, so nothing's really changed. So in the past, I used to say break above 624 to see a move back up to 637. Obviously, there's been a lot more resistance around 630, 627. So really, I'm just gonna wait until I see a break above 630 to see a move back up to break above 630 to see a move back up to 637. And again, I'll say it one more time, 613 is my level of support. As long as we're above that, I am still bullish in the market. But if we somehow break below 607 with this upcoming earnings, we have plenty of Mag 7 names. If we see price break down from 607, I think that's when you start to see a bigger sell-off starting to happen. Again, when price is contracting for this long, we're going to see a big move coming soon. So definitely keep an eye. We're going to move on because, it's been the same shit. Is XLK. XLK, you kind of the tech sector, you could kind of see a better picture of what's really happening. Price is just simply just consolidating within this really tight range. So I've told my Discord, as long as you're in this range, you could just literally sit in your hands and just be patient. Below 144, definitely be a little bit more cautious since price is going to be breaking down from that range and maybe revisit this last week's lows. But again, if you break above the range, you could anticipate a breakout in tech sector and head up to 149 or eventually hit up to 153 on the daily time frame. And again, this is a very easy game plan. I'm going to be sitting my hands just wait until price breaks above this range or below the range to play this name. So the next one is going to be, I'm going to go over Bitcoin real quick. Market is really selling off because I think the odds of a government shutdown shot up after what happened on, I think, Friday or I think Saturday. But yeah, so again here, if you look on the weekly time frame, price did break down from that flag, but still you are still approaching this demand level at 86K. So you are at this support level. So if we see price break down from 86K, even sweep these lows here, we could definitely see Bitcoin head down to 77K. And yeah, that's what I'm currently looking at. But again, price is still at this demand box and currently just paying attention on what's going to happen around here. So if we see price break down from 86K, we could definitely see a move back down to 77K. And I told everyone on my Discord, I wouldn't be chasing this move. Price is still in this price is still bearish, and I think you approached that 21 EMA and even that monthly 80 EMA on the monthly time frame. So again, I'll just definitely be cautious, but bottom line, I'll be looking to buy the dip on Bitcoin. But as of right now, I wouldn't be buying here. I would wait for more confirmation, at least head down to 77K, 72K, and maybe see that at least try to reverse back up to to highs at 125K for Bitcoin. So next one's gonna be Tesla. We're going to be deleting all these drawings. We're going to make it really simple for this name. 450. All right. So look, if you look here on the daily time frame for Tesla, price is still consolidating around that 450 to 420 range. And I said this in my Discord, your support is 420. So if I see Tesla break down from 420 after earnings, that's definitely not a good sign. And we could eventually head down lower to $380 or even $400 on the daily. But I've said this, I'll be putting this on my watch list as well. If we see Tesla manage to break above that 450 level, we could definitely see a continuation back up to 47. And again, your trend is still very bullish. Actually, sorry, that is not true on the daily. I apologize because that is not bullish. Okay, but if you look at the weekly time frame, your trend is still very bullish, and you form that bullish engulfing candle on the daily time frame. on the weekly time frame. So definitely keep an eye on Tesla above 450 for this coming week. So you could definitely see that big green candle here for Tesla if you do crush earnings on Wednesday. Okay, so definitely just keep an eye on that. Below 420, I am out. And I've always used 440 and 450 as a pivot level of mine. So even if let's say we get rejected at 450, I want to see this 440 level hold as well. Okay, and we're gonna move on to Meta. I've mentioned this on my Discord that 600 is a very critical level. Bulls did manage to hold and break. Hold that level, and we actually did consolidate for a few days, or at least a day, around that level. And now we're above that 650 support level that I've had in the past. So right now, what I'm looking at for Meta is if we could break above 675, which was a prior gap fill resistance here. So if I see Meta break above 675, you definitely could see a reversal back up to 740 to fill that gap on the daily time frame. And again, if you lose that 600 level on the weekly or daily time frame, you could definitely see this megaphone pattern play out and maybe see Meta head lower down to 532 or even 480. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to be waiting for a break above 675. I did manage to buy some shares here at 600 level. And yeah, that's what I'm currently looking at. So again, below 600, it's dangerous, but above 675, you definitely have an opportunity to break above that and see a level higher to 740. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, so the next one is going to be Microsoft. Okay, so Microsoft here on the weekly time frame, I'll show you guys a better picture. There's like 2 support levels I'm currently looking at. So again, I've always told my Discord group that you always want to hold above these previous all-time highs because they could act as a good support and resistance level here too. So if we look here on the daily time frame, we did see the price retest that support level and get rejection. So all I'm going to see is if Microsoft could manage to break above roughly 470, and we could possibly see a U-shaped reversal play out for Microsoft. And I do know that Microsoft is reporting earnings on Thursday, I believe, or it could be Wednesday. But definitely keep an eye on Microsoft. If you do manage to hold above 470 to see that reversal back up to at least 490 on the daily time frame. And again, just watch out because this could be a perfect retest from this breakdown, and you could just hit on lower for Microsoft. So yeah, that is what I'm currently looking at for Microsoft. So again, I'm not interested in Microsoft below this level. I would definitely wait above 470 to see at least a bulls try to reverse back up to 495. And once you break above 495, you could definitely see that reversal back up to 500 or even 512, 520. Okay. So that is what I'm looking at for Microsoft. So just wait until price holds that previous level. Okay, we're gonna move on to NVDA. All right, so NVIDIA, it's the same story again. My bullish pivot is 185. Hold that level to see, context is still bullish for me. You are on this channel here on the daily time frame. If you look here on the 4-hour, price is respecting that channel multiple times. So you could see here multiple touches, multiple touches here. And again, you kind of undercut it right here too on the daily. And you obviously see multiple rejections here and rejection here too. So what I'm looking at and what I'm going to put on my watch list is above 190. I'll be looking at calls and maybe see a breakout to $195 to $200. And yeah, so below, if we somehow get rejected and break below 185, definitely see a retest back down to 180. And really 180 is my last good support level for NVIDIA, because if you do manage to break below that, you're definitely going to see a retest back down to 170 on the daily. And again here, let me delete all these drawings because we are going to be done with this right now. If you see NVIDIA break down from this, from 170, you definitely have a potential head and shoulders pattern here for NVIDIA. So definitely keep an eye on that. But again, price is still above support. You are kind of forming a flag here on the weekly time frame as well. So definitely keep an eye on NVIDIA above 190 or 195 for a breakout. Yeah, so we're gonna move on to JP Morgan, just another name I'm be looking at. If we look here, price is literally retesting its previous ranges, previous bottoms in the past. So if you look here, 296 was a previous, multiple bottoms here. So 296 here, 296 here, roughly 297, 300 right here. And again, price is respecting that. Managing to hold above this level here at 296. So again, if I see price break down from 297, definitely keep an eye on JP Morgan, because you could definitely see that breakdown play out here. And if you look here on the monthly time frame, you are forming a very bearish engulfing candle here too. You just erased, not even erased, but you definitely just wiped out worth 3 months of work. So definitely keep an eye on that. So if you see JP Morgan lose 296, 285, I do think you could definitely see a reversal back down to roughly 270 and retest this previous resistance here, which could act as a support. So that's what I'm currently looking at for JP Morgan. And again, that is it. So definitely just watch to see if buyers step up here. And if you see buyers weak, definitely see a continuation back down to even 285. And again, just watch out for that 285 level, because that's also support here too. Okay, we're gonna move on to Netflix, a name that I bought and disclosed on my Discord group. If you look here on the daily time frame, or the weekly time frame, this was a previous demand box here too. If we look here at $81, $82, you got your bottom here, and I did buy some shares at, I think my share price was at 84. Not a best entry price. Again, it's my long-term play, so I could care less what really happens. And worst comes to worst, I'll be buying Netflix here at $70. But we're not going to be talking about this down play. So for Netflix, I'm definitely keeping an eye on it for a potential bounce play. If we look to see if we could break above 86.53 or $87, I'll be looking for a retest back up to $93. And if you look here, if you go back down here, price has been respecting this megaphone pattern for roughly since 2023. So I'm going to be looking at if buyers could somehow manage to hold above this trend line here on the weekly time frame and potentially see a reversal. And again, this is just definitely just a oversold balance play that I'm looking at, and I just think this is a good long-term buy for me too, since price has fallen roughly 30% from highs. 35% from highs. So it's not a bad buy for me. But yeah, definitely do your own due diligence. And again, I'll be looking for Netflix. But again, if you do look to see, if you do break below $82, I'm definitely gonna keep. Now I won't be buying this name anytime soon until we see price break down $70. To $70 again. And I want to see price hold that level if we do break below $82. Again, thanks for watching. It's a quick video. Oh, you know what? Let me do SPY real quick. Because this name has been respecting this level, 490 level. Okay, again, so SPY has been having a hard time closing above 490 here too. So this could potentially just be a lower high being established, and we could see continuation back down. But again, definitely keep it on that 490 level, but you are holding above the 8 and 21 EMA on the daily time frame. What I want to see for bulls is break above 490. But if you lose that 490, the EMAs, and break that last Thursday's low, you could definitely see price retest 680 or eventually head down lower to 673. And if you hold above 690, your next target for me is $700. Again, guys, hope you guys liked that video. If you guys could leave a comment or a like to show some support, I'd gladly appreciate it. And yeah, peace.